Alright, this is a quick review for the Delani Magnifica Evo, the new automatic, or I guess semi-automatic espresso machine. So you can adjust that. I've got pretty tall glasses. I don't have any dedicated espresso glasses anymore. But, so I call it a semi-automatic because the whole espresso is automatic. But at this model, I think this is one of the lower automatic model. It's just under $1,000 Canadian. But it does everything for your actual espresso. You put the beans, you can put pre-ground in there if you've got your own grinder or you grind them in stores. And it has the bean hopper back there. The only manual thing really is you can adjust the grind. It comes with manuals, a quick start guide, and it'll show you like, oh, if your espresso is this color, turn the knob that way, it needs to be finer. If it's, too dark, turn the knob that way. It needs to be like a golden, you want to get that little crema on top. But once you have, you pick your espresso brand you like, you should be pretty good. Just putting the bean on the top, grinding away, and you should be good to go. I didn't read the whole manual in depth. I had reviewed the manual version of the machine, which you get a lot more control obviously on the manual machine. And on the manual machine, they do recommend you measure it by gram, and then you put it into the grinder and it'll grind just the right amount. In this one, it said, just put the beans on top. So I've just filled it up. It does seem like there's it's not, fully hermetically sealed. So I don't know if in the long run, I would still go back to weighing my beans and putting maybe a little bit more than I need, just to make sure it has, the right amount of weight in beans in the grinder, or maybe just storing my beans in a sealed container and having a manual grinder and just doing the pre-ground mode. But for now, I'm just trying it with the beans in the back and the way it's the default. So you can do custom recipes, but it's got the espresso, coffee, long with double espresso, Americano, which is an espresso and then water, and then the over ice, which is, iced coffee-ish. I did notice that it's not the super hot on there. You can also control the amount of bean and then the strength. But I just left everything on default to really try the default, since it is an automatic machine. I called it semi-automatic because if you go for more expensive models in this Magnifica family, you will get some where you just put your milk or milk alternative in a little container here, and you can do a latte straight through the machine. But if you want to save a bit of money, if you don't mind, this is not an artist spout. You're not going to do latte art with this. This is very simple. I used it. It's easy to use. The one thing before I go into a little bit deeper, the one thing I don't like about this whole package is it did not come with the little metal cup. I mean, it's almost $1,000. I get that this is the beginner model, but I would have really liked it if it just included that little Delani cup. I mean, you can get it for $20-$40 depending on where. Just look on Amazon, you'll find a bunch of them. I've just been using a glass measuring cup. It works, because they say add 100 milliliters of milk. That's their recommended. You put it in. It doesn't say a lot of frothing. It's not an artist, latte art one. It's just kind of does the job, but it does it well. It it textures the milk pretty well. Yep. Yeah, well, so now it's cleaning the machine because I've been testing it out, doing espressos. I didn't turn it off, but it turns itself off automatically. There's a large drip tray, and you can see the water's it's fine. So there's no problem with that, but it's just cleaning itself out, turning itself off. I'm going to turn it back on. It's going to make a bunch of noise. When it's turning itself on and warming up, you can put either a container or you can let it go straight in the drip tray, because I do suggest you clean the drip tray, like after at least once a day or after each sleep. Obviously, if you're making a bunch of espressos, wait till you're done. But because I'm gonna do an espresso and then I'll show you where the pucks end up. So, alright, so it's very loud, so there's no way around that. Let's see if I have the right setting. I don't know if I got the correct setting on my beans yet. No, I think it's just warming up the water. So, there you go. I mean, okay, it's not too bad. That's pretty good. Seems like the right golden color. And I can still play around with the grind a little bit, maybe find different beans, but seems alright. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then the latte wand is pretty easy. You just, if you swing it open up to here, it's just hot water, and you click it up and then it's steam. You just put the milk in your container, you hold it up, maximum of 60 seconds, and it'll bubble up and texture up the milk for you, and then you can put it into your espresso. I just wanted to pull this out. So in the back here, you'll see I was testing out several beverages today. I do the long a lot. And in this one, I believe if you select a long recipe, you'll do one puck, pull the shot, discard it, make a second puck, pull the shot. It won't do like a bigger puck. So I'm not sure. I haven't tried customizing too much because again, it's an automatic one, and I kind of wanted to, do the least amount of customizing and just enjoy how it does the coffee for me. And other than having to change the grind level a little bit, you'll see in the back here, there's actually a knob in the back over there. You can just click that to make the grind finer or coarser. Or again, you could measure out your stuff and just pour it directly into the pre-grind thing. It's really nice that it does the puck for you because if you haven't done manual espresso before, it's kind of like, it's not rocket science, but it is kind of an art. And if you don't really want to spend a month or several days just making espressos over and over until you're like, oh, this is exactly how I like it and how I want it, you just want a quick automatic espresso, this is good. And the other thing too is being sub $1,000. It's a little expensive, but if you're someone who goes to Starbucks a lot, or goes out for espressos a lot, it will eventually pay for itself. And you do still have some control. And you can see stuff like this, like You can see I'm above counters here. I still have to pour the beans in here, but it's easy once I tune the grind to what I want. I can just pour it in here, or I can get a cup in there. But it's nice because a lot of the machines have the tank in the back that lifts up. And even I have the Deloney, like a manual machine, and you didn't have to lift it up super high, but you had to lift it up, kind of squeeze it out of there. But with the front machine, it's really a design for ease of use, automatic, and the only thing you have to really do is do not forget to clean your dip tray, empty out the thing. I mean, you don't have to do it every day. You should wipe down the steam wand every time you use it and try to get inside a little bit too to make sure you don't get like moldy milk on there. But that's just common sense. The other thing too is like you need to read at least the quick start guide, even with this automatic machine. You know, it will take you maybe 20 minutes to get it set up, get it running, there's like an initial cleaning, and there's a little descaling button that lights on. It comes with a descaler agent, and that has to do with how hard your water is. If you're running on well water, definitely 100% you should be like treating your water before you put it in there. They have a little like a water softener add-on you can put in there that they recommend. But if you're using city water that is really good, then you could skip that for the most part. It does come with test strips to test your water as well. So, I mean, it's like definitely usable, and definitely for under $1,000, like just under $1,000, I'm impressed for the quality. I wasn't sure how well it was going to work, and again it's not doing your lattes automatically, but this one is easy enough to use, and first time, if you use the recommended 100 milliliters of milk or milk alternative, and you just put it in there and you just stick it in there, you don't have to really get it right under the surface or anything. You just, get a little bit of volume on it and then pour it in. It works out pretty good. And I'm really impressed with this entry model. And if you do want automatic lattes without having to touch anything, you'll need to pay more. But if you're more of an espresso, like straight up espresso or espresso over ice, or Americano drinker, this is great for you. You get to save some money. You don't have to tamp your coffee. You don't have to, weigh it every time you want an espresso. You can just boop once you got your settings. And if you do want to mess with it a little bit more, you can do custom settings. You can make it more powerful. Oh yeah, see, look. I think I need more water here. I made so many espressos that it wants me to add more water. But this is a 5 stars for the price, for the model. The other thing too is, it's not that wide. It's a little deep. My kitchen is a little small, so I don't know how long I'm going to keep this set up like this. But it is a pretty compact machine, and it is narrow. So if you have deep counters, but you don't have a lot of counter space, this is a good espresso machine for you. It's also great if you're busy in the morning. You can just press the button and get your espresso. But if you want to do your latte again, you'll need to spend at least 1 minute, around 1 minute, maybe 2 minutes, like pouring your milk in, turning this on and everything. So, but I'm really impressed with the quality performance of this machine.
So we're gonna make latte macchiato with our brand new DeLonghi Magnifica Plus machine today. And it's very simple to do. You pick up, you can set up to 4 different profiles. This is me. And you can pre-program a bunch of drinks that you like. Or you can simply go with manual setting. For today, I'm just gonna do latte macchiato. I have pre-programmed it But for the sake of this video, I'm going to show you how simple programming is. So we set a large amount and intensity of 5 with an extra shot. And here you get a choice of or you can go with ground coffee, which not many other machines can do. My option lets you just make the coffee the way you like it and as much as you want it. But for the sake of this video, we're just gonna go with the programmed one. We're gonna give it an extra shot. And here we go. Set your creamer to the appropriate position. You get 3 different positions here. That sets the amount of frothing. Now it's going to ground the coffee and at the same time heats the milk for frothing. And in any moment now it's gonna start dispensing the milk. Right now. The display tells you what it's doing at any given time with a progress bar. Frothing is done. Now it's going to dispense the coffee. It does have a wash cycle for the creamer that I will show you later. Probably a little too much, my setting for the size of my cup, because it's doing the extra shot right now. And I think it might overflow, so I might have to stop it. No, that was just the perfect size. So there you go. Your perfect latte macchiato. Now you have an option of saving this setting. So next time you don't have to make all the different settings. And then it asks you to clean your frother. I have a little cup that I put under it for this purpose. Set it to clean, and it cleans it with super hot water. And that's it. A perfect latte macchiato.
Michelle button. Press the coffee. What do you usually like? Coffee? Iced coffee?
Probably iced coffee.
Iced coffee. All right, press the little green little chiclet. Size is probably large, is probably good. Let's get you a cup in here. It's gonna say start. If you want your own coffee, you don't want my coffee, then you hit this button here.
Okay.
And then you open this little chute.
Okay.
You get the scoop. When it tells you, it's gonna say, do the scoop. I'm not gonna do this
Yeah.
unless you have the coffee. But once you hit start, it'll say put the scoop in. And then you hit okay.
Perfect. Okay. That's
Super
easy.
simple. Just this little button is the thing. Not every one of these has that little button.
Oh, okay.
So that's it.
Okay. And are you gonna make yours?
Sure, yeah. So I'll do it for mine here. You got the
Are you
extra
still in your
shot.
profile or mine?
I don't want the long actually. I'm in mine now.
Oh, okay.
I don't want the long. I want coffee with an extra shot. No, I don't even want that. I don't want a ton here. So I'm just gonna do a large iced coffee.
Right.
And it says, do you have regular ice or extra ice? I don't have any ice right now, but I'll add ice after.
Okay.
So I'll put extra ice.
So usually do that after.
And it says, okay, let's start by adding 10. Not usually, I usually do. Usually over the ice or under the ice or around the ice. Wow.